Hey guys, it's Mosh. Welcome back to the channel. Time has come. It's finally here. You guys asked for it, so here is the build tutorial for my Harrier 2 fighter jet. This is a very advanced build, a lot of glitching. Let's just get right into it. Alright, so we're just going to jump straight into this one, because this is a little bit of a rough build. Okay, so if you remember from the Pelican video, we have our little red friend. This is just a Deimos hull. I colored it red just so it stands out. We are going to use him a lot in this build. Okay, so first things first, we're going to put together our bottom level. It's going to consist of the Deimos landing bay flipped backwards. Then we have our reactor. This is another B-class ship, so I'm using an Aurora 13G. Slap that on there. Again, we're using Deimos for a lot of this, a lot of the internals. So we're going to do our companionway on the side of the grav drive, and then we're going to do our Stroud mid landing gear. So if you flip it from port, it'll go to mid. Attach that on the front like so. For our docker, we're going to use the Deimos Slim Docker, throw it right on the bottom of our 1x1. And now we're going to move up to the next level. So first, we're going to take our companionway right above our landing bay here. Going to connect a Deimos 2x1 like so. So this is really going to be the internals. You'll come up from the landing bay, this hallway, down to the docker, and then to the cockpit. It's pretty straightforward, very simple. Okay. So, to make our special little cockpit now, what we'll do is we have, get the weapon off here for now. We have our Nova cowlings, 2 LBFs. I'm going to flip one upside down. I'm going to stick him right to the front of the landing gear, like so. Going to get our little red friend. We're going to put him on top of the landing gear. We're actually going to duplicate him once and twice. So we have a 3 stack of these right here above the landing gear. Going to take our Armstrong 10 cockpit, the Hope Tech cockpit. Slap him right on the bottom like so. So the reason you need 3 of these is because this does not allow you to put it, so you have to duplicate it twice. And this is not the only time that we will be double duplicating a piece in this. So we're just going to bring our top cowling up to the very top like so. We're going to Control G, don't move the mouse, E, and then we're going to do it one more time. We're going to leave the top one so it blocks the space, so it's going to force it down. So Control G on the middle one, bam, like so. Delete these 2, get rid of 2 of our little red friends, and we'll bring you out here. Okay, so now we're going to throw a Deimos hull right on the back of the landing bay like that. And this is going to build up our frame pretty much as we can for now. These are specific steps you have to take to get this thing assembled. Putting any of these extra pieces on at the moment, we're just going to have to take them off, so we're just going to skip that for now. Okay, so next step, we have our other landing gear, and these are going to be the Pinpoint 3G TIO. The variant is the rear one, so we're going to have these little thrusters on the back. We'll attach that to the grav drive on both sides, like so. Okay, and right in front of these, just to kind of smooth out the profile, we're going to use the Deimos bumpers right in the front there. So that'll be on our companionway. And the reason we want to put these on first is because these go a little higher. So in order to attach things here, we have to glitch down into it. So we want to get these on first, get them out of the way. Okay, So now we have the wing. This, I believe, is 6 steps, and they have to be done in order. And I'll go through it slowly on both sides just to so you guys can really see. So it has to be done in a very specific order. So we're gonna get our little red friend ready. Okay, and so step 1, this actually might be more than 6 steps, it's very specific. So step 1, we are going to bring our Dymos Bracer A. We're going to attach it to the companionway like so. Step 2 is our Stroud Cap C. So this, we're going to need our little red friend. We'll pop him on the back of the 2x1. We'll bring up our Stroud Cap. Duplicate. Put it there. Delete. So now we have our bracer hidden in here and our cap here. Step 3, Stroud Cap A. We're going to bring him right on the front of that like so. Okay, and this is where it gets a little interesting. So next we're going to do our Nova Cowling 2 LPF. And this one is facing outward. We're going to attach him like so, from this point right to the Stroud Cap C. So now if you look over here, this point is still open. Okay, so next we will move our little friend back. We're going to duplicate him out over the wing. We're going to take our other flipped cowling, going to raise it up above so it's next to this one, and we're going to duplicate and drop it. So now this spot is taken by this. However, if we delete one of these, can't really see it, but now there's another connection point hidden in here. So now we are going to take Stroud Engine Bracer A, put him right there, attached to the bracer, and we're going to bring our engine up to our little red friend here, and we're going to duplicate and drop. So now this connected to that little hidden point that was in here from the cowling. It's a lot of overlapping, a lot of glitching in this. And so we will bring our little red friend out one more time. We're going to use the Nova cowling. This is the mid piece. Bring it up, duplicate, drop it down. Finish off the wing here. Throw our Nova wingtip on the end of the bracer there. We're going to get rid of one of you. Now we're going to bring our little red friend back up to the front. We're going to duplicate him once, I think. Should be able to do it once. Going to bring in our M40 Ulysses. This is the fuel tank. This is what's going to really drive home that Harrier look, is the intakes here. We're going to use these as air intakes. So we're going to bring him up all the way till he fits. Then we're going to duplicate and drop. Then we're going to move down and duplicate and drop. So 3 of them. Get rid of the top 2, leave the bottom 1. And that is the wing. If you do not do it in that order, it will not work. So again, I'm going to show you guys on this side. Let's bring this stuff out of the way for now. Just attach you. Get you out of the way. Okay, so again, step 1, Dymos Bracer A on the companionway. Step 2, little friend. Gonna bring in our Stroud Cap, duplicate, drop it in. Bye bye. Step 3, Stroud Cap A, right in place. Step 4, Nova cowling. Again, we're going to connect back to this point here. It'll leave a free space. We're going to move our friend back. We're going to duplicate him out one time. Going to bring up our cowling, flipped, and then we're just going to drop it into place. Oh, move the mouse on that one. Bam. Goodbye. Next, we're going to bring up our bracer. Get rid of you. We'll bring our engine up to our little red friend here. Again, duplicate, drop. That's going to attach to that nice little hidden connection point in the back of this cowling. I guess you could do this piece before the engine. The really crucial parts are these first steps to get the framing. Then you can drop the engine, the bracer, and then this cowling in. I think those parts are interchangeable. But the Dymos bracer here, this piece, this piece, this piece, and then this piece need to be in order for the engine to be able to fit and everything like that. So bring in our Nova mid cowling, duplicate, drop it down, bye-bye, delete you. Bring in our Nova wingtip, and that is the wing. We'll bring you back up here and duplicate you once. Two of them stacked. Bring in our fuel tank that we're using as an intake. Again, you're going to have to double duplicate this one. So bring it up, duplicate, drop, slide down, duplicate, drop. Delete, delete, delete. Get our little red friend out of there. Okay. So now we can bring in our Hope Tech companionway. This is the Fuselage A. This is the first time I've ever used this piece, but I feel like it's very nice. Fits in there well. We'll drop him into that space. We are going to bring our little red friend back to the middle. We're going to put our Nova cowling, duplicate him first. Up 2, Nova cowling connected, again duplicate, don't move, E, drop it in. Okay, so now that we have our wings built, we're gonna start working on our tail. So this, again, you kind of have to do this in a specific order. We're gonna bring our little red friend above the other hull here. We're going to duplicate him out once. And then we have our Dymos Skeg B. This is the flat one. I don't know why I'm up so high on the levels here. Dymos Skeg B. We're going to put him on the bottom of this, which is going to leave, again, this is a hidden connection point behind it here. And then we're going to delete this. So now it's floating, but we'll bring up our belly. Actually, we have to duplicate this twice. We'll bring up our Dymos belly aft. Double duplicate. Drop it. Drop it. Get rid of these. And now that skeg is running through the bottom of that. Okay, we're going to move you out of the way for now. Gonna put our cowling on top of the hull. And we have our reactor. If you're not using this reactor, you might have to kind of mess with the placement. I like to use this one because it almost looks like a hull from the outside. You can't really tell it's a reactor. Okay. So now, same thing as before with the skeg. We're just going to overhang this. So two of our little red friends. We're going to take the Hope Tech Hob cross brace. This is under the hobs, not structural. This is a hallway. We're not going to be using it as a hallway. Okay, so once we have this, and I believe this is from the Hope Tech vendor specifically. So we're going to drop him on the bottom of this. We're going to delete so he's floating. But he's in the right placement, which is what we need. So next, we'll bring up our engine here to our little red friend. This is the Amun 7. We're gonna drop this down right in place. Okay, so now we want to bring our Deimos Skeg A aft. Slap him on the bottom there. We can attach our Nova wingtips to the side of this hallway. We'll move our little red friend for just a second. Next we have a Deimos Spine F. This is going to be the base of the tail fin. It's going to go right on top. And so for this, the nice thing about these spines is you can attach things to the top. So we're going to put our little red friend on there. We're going to extend him out one. Then we're going to have him floating. Bring our Nova cowling up here. Duplicate, drop down. Now it's right through the spine. We'll bring our Deimos Spine E, put him right on top, and that's going to kind of be our tail fin. I wish they gave us an option for one that was a little more pointed, or that you could kind of extend it upwards, but take what we can get. Okay, so now we're on to our last few pieces here. We're going to take our little red friend, we're going to pop him right back in the middle. Going to bring our flipped Nova cowling. Oh, duplicate him first. 2-stack. Bring the Nova cowling right there. Same thing as always. Duplicate, don't move, drop it down. Gonna delete that, delete that. Then we're gonna take our Nova cowling. This is the mid piece. Boom. Drop him down. I'm going to keep our little red friend here because we're going to say goodbye to him because he has been just so much help. And now she's done. You can add weapons. I haven't put a shield on this. I'm not too positive where to put it, to be honest. But I did add some weapons. I'm going to throw an auto cannon right underneath the bottom of the cockpit there. And then on each side, got 2 different missile pods. Because, you know, it's a fighter jet. You're going to need some kind of machine gun, and you're going to need missiles. So we're going to take our first missile launcher. We're going to pop him right there on the bottom of the cap. Or no, that's actually the cowling. And then the second one will pop on the back of there, like so. No, let's move them up. Back the cowling. Looks a little better. Same thing on this side. Pop you next to the landing gear, and we'll bring... Is that where I have him? Yeah. Nice. And this is the real star of the show right here, this guy. We will miss you, little red friend. We appreciate you for all you've done. A salute. Goodbye. And there we have it, the AV-8B McDonnell Douglas Harrier 2. We're as close as I can get it in Starfield. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Stay tuned for more builds coming up. See you guys.